Yeah, I think it's good to get a win, but I definitely think that we need to improve in a lot of areas. Headed into next week, which I think we will. Win's a win, we'll take it, but we definitely need to improve for sure.
Davion, you obviously had a big day today, 2 touchdowns. You're starting to kind of separate yourself from everybody. How did it feel tonight just to really get into those D1 reps?
I feel like we did good as a team. I was just so happy just to be out there with my guys out there, just playing football, playing in the game that I love. So I know we got a lot of work to do, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, with the lightning delay, what does that do to you guys? Obviously, pregame, you're trying to get it cranked up. You play half a quarter, and then you guys have to stop for like an hour and a half.
As far as the energy goes, we just have to, as soon as we step on the field, we have to just ramp it back up. But it's more so just finding a way to stay warm and keeping our bodies right. A lot of guys, including myself, just dealing with some minor cramps and stuff like that. Just staying warm is the biggest issue.
And what was it like to also have the Ty Jordan memorials and different things that way? I mean, how did that affect you guys and being able to see that?
I thought that was amazing, and the reaction by his mother really was just a beautiful thing, and I think that speaks for itself. And credit to the university. They are amazing for setting that up, and like I said, I thought it was beautiful.
Charlie, where does this offense need to improve going into next week's game at BYU?
Yeah, I just think we need to probably improve on finishing drives. Felt like we probably left at least 14 points out there that we could have had. And we just, we need to watch the film and kind of dive into exactly what we need to fix. And, I know we will. So I like the path we're headed on.
What was it like playing in front of a packed house crowd like this?
A lot of y'all know it was my first time actually being in front of a packed house, and it was special. It was special. I think the energy was, contagious, and we fed off of it, and we kind of did our thing tonight.
You guys seem to have kept their passing game at bay a little bit, and no one really went off. How did you feel like the secondary performed?
There's still things to improve, but I felt like we held them in check, like you said, and we did our thing. It's game one. There's going to be game one mistakes, and we look to build off of this game.
And obviously, they're an FCS team, but Weber State's a pretty good team. How would you assess their ability tonight against you guys?
Definitely a tough team, like you said, a very well-coached team as well. They were very disciplined as far as their schematic plays and stuff like that. So, credit goes to them. They fought to the very end.
Charlie, how comfortable were you tonight with the play calling? It seemed like Coach Ludwig opened things up and really kind of let you go to work.
Yeah, I felt really good. Like I said, I just, feel like it starts with me. I feel like I could play a little bit better. But I thought it was good. I thought it was a good start, kind of a good starting point. And now we can, kind of figure out exactly what we need to get better at.
You obviously have that fumble in the second half. What was kind of your mentality after that and trying to come back and then be able to have that second touchdown?
Just to forget about the last play. My team, they lifted me up, so it was pretty good to have them boys by my side telling me to forget about the play, just keep running hard, just keep doing your thing. So I feel like that helped. I helped that out a lot.
Mood in the locker room during that rain delay coming right off that kickoff return, I imagine it was not too pleasant to be in there for those things.
Man, I just love my team because we're super competitive. They jumped out on us, and we looked at each other. We done been in worse situations, I felt like, and came back from it. So that was just a stumbling block. We were excited to attack.
How long did Whit yell at you guys for giving up that kick return?
Man,
it was one play. It was a very good play by them, but yeah, he wasn't really, too worried.
We've been in worse situations, so that was nothing.
Charlie, where do you think this offense can go? Obviously, saw a glimpse of it, but what can we see?
Yeah, I feel like we can, be really good in the running game as well as the passing game. I feel like we can be definitely an explosive offense, one of the top offenses, in the Pac-12 in the country. So, we got to keep improving to do that, but, I feel like we definitely can.
Was it different to be able to now be with the Utes? Now you get the first game in and be able to do that. What was that differences like with that in Baylor?
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good to finally get out here and, play as a Utah Ute. I was really excited. Excited to, be out here with these guys. We've been working really hard, so, love these guys and was excited to get out there with them.
You've been through a handful of season opening games now. Do you still get the butterflies? Are there any nerves going into a first game?
Yeah, as far as just going out there, and it happens really before every game, but it's not anything too crazy. It's just, you know, the little butterflies, like right before, you know, you're about to, like, as soon as the ball is kicked off, you know you're going to go on the field. And then, but you, at the end of the day, you know that your preparation will speak volumes with your play. And so it's nothing to you be scared of or anything, just, you know, more anxiety than, you know, just nervousness.
You're one of the only guy, well, the only guy in this dais here that knows what the BYU rivalry is all about. What are you going to tell the team about this week?
Did you say, what does that mean?
The BYU rivalry.
Oh.
Yeah, you know it because you've experienced it. What are you going to tell your team about it?
That's, you know, it's up there with, you know, the best rivalries in all of college football. I mean, and more than anything, it's, you know, about keeping the streak alive and really just understanding that the intensity needs to be upped because we don't lose to those guys. It's plain and simple.
Clark, did you see the ball pop off your helmet on Devin's pick?
Yeah, I actually told him he stole my pick, but you know, I put my head down trying to make a big hit, and he took the ball, so he did my job, if you would, you know, in the secondary.
Charlie, you've got guys throughout the offseason that, you know, guys like Brent and Cole and then, you know, Theo and Britton. Then you have guys, you have those guys that received a lot of praise for their play. And then you have guys like Dalton Kincaid and Solomon Enos that came up big tonight. What does that say about the offense?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of talented guys, like you said, the guys you just listed. You know, and we'll do our best to spurt the ball to all those guys. You know, sometimes one or two guys may have a bigger night than the other guys, but you know, I definitely think that's a really solid group of the guys you just listed.
Devin, Weber State came into the game with a two-time FCS All-American at running back. They ended up only getting 57 rushing yards. He was held to 17 yards. What did you guys do specifically in run defense that really was effective against Weber State and containing Josh Davis?
Yeah, like you said, he's a very great running back. He runs hard, and we just played assignment sound football at the end of the day. Coach Galley had a great game plan as usual, and it was really just on us to execute our assignment and be gap sound. And I think it all starts up front. The D-line did an incredible job, you know, getting knocked back and just really setting the tone for the trenches. And then me and Nephi and really everybody who comes in, we just come in and make the play and, you know, fill our gap.
Coach Witt has said that he wants to play, you know, a bunch of running backs here early and try to figure things out. With the way you played tonight, do you feel like you earned a bigger role and maybe some more carries next week?
I just want to just keep taking day by day. You know, wherever happen. We got pretty good running backs in the room. Any one of us can come in and do our job. So I'm just trying to, you know, work every day, work hard every day, and, you know, with my name called, just produce.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
They were appropriately somber. How about that?
Somber? Somber's good. All right, tell me when we're ready, Jordy.
We're ready, guys.
No opening statement? Okay, that's easy.
Kyle, what did you think of the way Charlie played tonight? It seemed like you and Coach Ludwig were trying to open things up a bit and really trying to let him operate.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. His numbers were good. Not great, but good. He did throw the pick, but that's not really his pick. It was, you know, we decided to try to throw one up at the end of the first half and see if we could come down with it. And so that really was not a bad throw. That was what he was coached to do. But I thought he was very poised in the pocket. Did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield. Was accurate. It was close to 70%, I guess. What's 19 to 27? That's just over, close to 70. Anyway, right there. And did a good job running the offense. So I thought he was positive.
We had a few drop passes that
Yeah,
probably
we
didn't
did.
go for touchdowns, but what can you do there?
Get better and catch them. I mean, I had a bunch of stuff I wrote down here. I got tired of writing it. In the first quarter, he let a kickoff return out for a touchdown. We drop a touchdown pass. We We have to burn a timeout on a field goal because we'll have 10 guys out there. We got 10 guys on offense for the play that Yasmin ran the reverse. We dropped 2 more balls. Then we miss a PAT after a delay of game. We got to be more clock aware. So we got a whole laundry list of stuff to work on for this week. It'll keep us busy. And as players and coaches, we got to be better next week.
You had 4 guys carry the ball. Did Tavion Thomas kind of establish himself as maybe the lead back?
Well, we'll see. Put the ball on the ground. You can't put the ball on the ground. And so that was the big downside of it. But he did show you a taste and a little bit of a glimpse of what he's capable of and what he's all about. So we'll look at the film and grade it hard and come up with a pecking order. It's not going to be or this week. We're going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll see what the film says.
Are you able to really get a good idea of the offensive line play before you go back and watch film, or is that something you kind of have to wait for?
You can get a feel for it, but you can't see the details of it and why things are not happening at times, or what is happening at times. I tend to watch the big board, and I can see a lot better vantage point on from the sidelines watching that and see what's going on up front than you can just watch it on the field. But I don't think we played well enough up front. Just my first impression, and that's not to pick on those guys because I don't think we played well enough at a lot of positions tonight.
Share what you shared during the weather delay?
Yeah, it was just trying to, kept it reset every time a lightning bolt comes down or whatever. You go back to 30 minutes on the clock, and so they kept resetting us over and over. So we just kept them informed of what as the time would tick down, and then as we got to the point where we were pretty certain that we were going to get through the 30 minutes without another delay, then we started stretching and that type of stuff. But for me personally, I just told them to stay focused and keep their minds on the game, and they did a good job of that. I think they did a really good job of that.
Are you able to say how close Jeremy Pump is to being able to play?
We hope for this week or next week, 9 days from now, would be ideal.
How do you feel the secondary fared? I mean, it seems like you guys were able to hold them a little bit.
Yeah, they made some plays. Quarterback completed too many balls, though. He was nearly 65-ish%. And so we did come away with the 1 interception on the tipped ball, the ball that hit off the helmet. Devin made a great play on that. But we got to get better in the secondary. And that's not just them. It's the undercoverage. There was a lot of times linebackers needed to give help to the secondary that we didn't do. But we did make some nice plays. I thought Clark Phillips showed up and made some nice plays. J.T. Broughton recovered. The guy had a couple steps on him. He recovered and made a play on that deep ball. Fabian Marks made a nice play on the deep ball in the second half. So there was a lot of good things, but things that we can work on.
You had a good goal line stand with 4.
We did.
What was that like? You were talking about the defense bend no break.
Well, it was a great goal line stand, but it's ridiculous. We allow a 20-play drive or whatever. It seemed like 20 plays. I don't know how much was it. It was 17 plays. Seemed like a million, but yeah, they ate up 7-8 minutes on the clock and kept the ball away from our offense. But it had a good ending because we were able to bow our necks and get out of that. And that was encouraging. As encouraging as that was, it was discouraging for our offense to get stuffed on the 1.5 yard line when it was 4th and a half yard.
How do you guys fix some of the red zone stuff that was going on today? I mean, you had 2 or 3 drives die inside I think the 12 or 14.
Yeah, something we just got to keep working on, and we actually were 4 for 4. Well, not 4 for 4 because we don't count field goals as wins, but in the red zone. But we just got to work. It's not for a lack of work on it. I can tell you that we pay a lot of attention to it during practice and work on it a high percentage of the time. We just got to execute better, and we dropped one, like I said, that was going to be a touchdown, and just need to get better.
Tonight. Was that more trying to get the run game established, or is that kind of what you're going to see with Charlie in there?
Well, we think Charlie's a real capable quarterback. You saw Cam come in and throw a couple good balls too, and he's a good player. But we know we need to throw the football better. We need to throw it more productively, more efficiently than we have, certainly than we did last year. And not that we threw it bad in 19 and 18, because we were over 3,000 yards each season and led the conference in several categories. I think completion percentage and yards per attempt and things like that. But if you want to be an elite team, you got to be able to throw the ball with a lot of just productivity and getting chunk yardage. It's hard to put together a 10, 12 play drive 5-6 yards at a time. You're going to screw it up somewhere along the way. You got to get those big chunk plays, and which usually occur in the throw game. Not always, but usually.
How satisfying was it to see Cam, come in, complete 2 passes, throw a score, just given the injury and just the road that he's traveled here?
It was great to see, and great to see his attitude all since Charlie's been named the starter. He's been nothing but a team guy, and great work ethic, and prepares as if he's the starter, and that's how you're one play away, and so that's how you have to do it. And we got no doubt that we have 2 really good quarterbacks, and we're fortunate for that.
Devin Lloyd had 12 tackles, an interception, a 4th fumble, a sack.
Yep.
How did you think your preseason All-American played there?
Just like he's supposed to. That's who he is. He's a big time player. He's a playmaker, and he is the leader of that defense. And he was productive tonight, just like we need him to be every single week.
How cool was it to see the moment of loudness for Ty Jordan?
That was awesome. Yeah.
And then also to have that portal named after him.
Yeah.
Seeing that logo right there.
Yeah, it's just I can't. If I think about it too much, then I don't do well. And so, but it was great. I thought the in-game recognition of Ty and the things that we have in place were, and his family was here, as you saw, which was awesome for them to be able to be a part of that.
What do you tell the players that haven't experienced the BYU rivalry yet of what to expect this week?
Well, most of them have. Well, I guess that's not a true statement now. There's probably half of them that have, and we just got to prepare like we always do, and we change the subject a little bit. When we have a pregame meal, we go by class, and when we said the freshmen, over 2/3 of the room stood up, to go eat, and so we got a lot of guys that haven't, because we didn't play it last year, and so we'll educate them that what it's all about, and our upperclassmen will educate them what it's all about, and we got to have a great week of practice, because right now, based on tonight, we're not good enough, and so we got to get better.
Was Devon Bailey available tonight?
He was there. He played, just was kind of quiet, and yeah, he was out there, and we need to get him involved, because he's a heck of a good receiver.
And then Dalton seemed to have a pretty good night tonight.
Dalton Kincaid is, I think, the best kept secret in the Pac-12. I was saying that in camp, and I've said it in several interviews. And I think you saw what he can do. Tremendous athlete, great size, speed for a tight end. I mean, he's the whole package. He's a weapon for us, and he continues to play like he did tonight. He'll get more and more touches and more reps. Okay, guys, have a good night. Okay. Most likely, yes. Most likely, that's where I'm heading. Got to go watch the end of the Boise game. My nephew plays for Boise, so looks like they may go down in defeat. The Fighting Gus Malzahn's.